Nearly 4 billion miles from the sun, in a place so cold it should be completely dead, something is moving. Not ice sliding slowly downhill. Not wind, because Pluto barely has any. Something underneath the surface is pushing its way up, spilling out, reshaping the ground itself. On a tiny frozen world, scientists once wrote off as a lifeless rock at the edge of our solar system. And when NASA scientists realized what they were actually looking at, the story of Pluto changed completely. Stay with me because this cold, distant world just got a lot more interesting. Picture the coldest night you have ever experienced. That bone-deep cold that makes your whole body ache. Now imagine a place nearly 230 degrees colder than that. All the time. Every single day. Forever. That is Pluto. A world so far from the sun that sunlight arriving there is thousands of times weaker than what warms your skin right now. For decades, scientists assumed a place this cold, this small, this far away had to be frozen solid and completely inactive. No heat, no movement, no geology worth studying. Just a dead ball of ice, drifting silently through the dark. It felt like common sense, except it turned out to be almost completely wrong. In 2015, a spacecraft called New Horizons finally reached Pluto after a 9-year journey across the solar system, and the moment its cameras sent images back to Earth, scientists froze in their chairs, not from the cold, but from shock. Instead of a plain, cratered, lifeless surface, they saw something impossible. A massive heart-shaped region of ice, smooth and young, almost completely free of craters. Towering mountains made of solid water ice. Strange, unfamiliar structures unlike anything ever seen before on any world in our solar system. If Pluto were truly dead and frozen, none of this should exist. Something down there was still active. But what? That question sent scientists digging deeper into the data, focusing on strange, unusual shapes rising from Pluto's surface. Enormous domes, some several miles high, with rounded, bumpy textures completely unlike normal mountains or craters. One area in particular, later named Right Mongs, stood out immediately. Its shape looked disturbingly familiar. It looked like a volcano. Not the fiery, lava-spewing kind we know on Earth, but something scientists began calling a cryovolcano, an ice volcano, erupting extremely cold, slushy material instead of molten rock. The idea sounded almost too strange to believe at first. A volcano made of ice, forming on a world nearly 4 billion miles from the sun. But the evidence kept building and it refused to be ignored. Scientists studied the chemical makeup of these strange domes and found something that made their hearts race. Traces of water ice mixed with ammonia, a very specific combination that does not simply appear on its own. This chemical signature strongly suggested that material had been pushed up from somewhere deep beneath Pluto's frozen crust. Somewhere warmer, somewhere active. But cold, tiny, distant worlds are not supposed to have internal heat left after billions of years. So where was this heat actually coming from? And more importantly, what was hiding underneath? The leading answer sent a shockwave through the scientific community. Buried beneath miles of solid ice, researchers believe Pluto may be hiding a liquid ocean. Real liquid water, kept from completely freezing solid by internal heat and dissolved substances like ammonia acting almost like antifreeze. Some scientists believe this hidden ocean might still be feeding Pluto's cryovolcanoes today, slowly pushing slushy material up through cracks in the crust, resurfacing parts of this small, frozen world in ways nobody predicted. A hidden ocean, sealed away in permanent darkness, right beneath a landscape so cold it looks completely lifeless from the outside. Let that sink in for a moment. But here comes the twist that turns this from a strange discovery into something genuinely mind-blowing. Wherever scientists find liquid water, especially water mixed with certain chemicals and kept warm enough to stay liquid, they start asking an even bigger question. Could conditions like these support the basic chemistry needed for life? Nobody is claiming Pluto has aliens swimming around beneath its ice. That is not what this discovery means. But it does mean one of the coldest, most forgotten worlds in our solar system now belongs to a very exclusive club of places scientists call ocean worlds. Alongside icy moons like Europa and Enceladus, places considered some of our best chances of finding life beyond Earth. And here is what makes this even stranger. Scientists studying impact craters near these ice volcano regions noticed something odd. Barely any craters at all. On most ancient surfaces in our solar system, billions of years of space debris leaves visible scars everywhere. But these regions on Pluto look almost freshly made, suggesting the cryovolcanic activity may have happened recently, geologically speaking possibly only 100 to 200 million years ago. Recently enough that some scientists believe Pluto's ice volcanoes might not be finished. They could be dormant right now, quietly waiting, the same way volcanoes on Earth can sleep for centuries before erupting again without warning. Think about what this actually means. A small, frozen world, sitting at the very edge of what we once considered the solar system, may still be geologically alive today, hiding liquid water, producing chemical activity, and possibly capable of erupting again at any time. For decades, Pluto was treated almost like an afterthought, demoted, dismissed, seen as a lifeless leftover from the early solar system. Turns out, it might be one of the most surprising, most dynamic worlds we have ever studied. Sometimes the things we write off as boring or dead are hiding the most incredible secrets of all. We just have to be willing to look closely enough. So the next time someone tells you Pluto isn't interesting, or isn't even a real planet, remember what its surface has been quietly hiding this entire time. Ice volcanoes. A possible ocean sealed in permanent darkness. Activity that may still be happening today, billions of miles from where you are sitting right now. This tiny, cold world at the edge of everything we know still has secrets left to reveal, and every new mission we send out there brings us one step closer to understanding them. If this changed the way you see Pluto, imagine what else is hiding on the icy moons even further out. Subscribe, because the edge of our solar system is only just beginning to reveal what it's been hiding all along.